What's going on, guys? ETP coming at you guys with another video today, and I have a very exciting video that I've been waiting to talk about for a long time. I've been waiting to make this video for a while, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will be happy to hear about it. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down and going into detail on what I'll be doing in NBA 2K16 for my draft classes and rosters. This is like my bread and butter. This is obviously what I do. I make the rosters, I make the draft classes. That is what I love to do. And I really haven't been able to do too much of that stuff recently. I haven't been able to make videos about it, haven't really been able to update the files, because once you get to a certain point in the off season, everything just kind of slows down. Obviously, I had so much stuff to do with my draft classes throughout the year. Then once the draft happened, then the draft classes slowed down and pretty much came to a stop. I didn't really need to work on them that much. I did work on the 2016 class a little bit, but the 2015 class was done at that point. I put a ton of work into the off-season roster, and then, you know, once you get through that initial period where most of the guys have signed, like where we are right now and where we have been for around the last month, there's really not that much else to update. Just a few transactions here and there, and I have been doing that. So the most updated file, I believe, is currently up to date, but we're pretty much to the point where NBA 2K16 is going front and center, and we're fully focused on that. Before I start talking about my plans, though, for 2K16 as far as my draft classes and rosters go, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys that have downloaded my files throughout the year, all of you guys that have subscribed and watched my videos and followed me on Twitter and all that stuff. It's been a great year, and I'm going to have another video up in the next couple days before 2K16, just kind of recapping on what the year has been like as far as my YouTube channel, as far as kind of what I've had to do with 2K15 and how I see it and what I thought about the game and what I thought about the year in general. So make sure you guys are looking out for that. But I do want to say a huge thank you to guys. We've had so much support on the rosters, it's crazy. Over 2.5 million downloads on my roster, over 2.5 million downloads on my 2015 draft class, and I think we're pushing 700,000 on the 2016 draft class, which is just still absolutely nuts. It's been a crazy year, and again, I'll go into more detail on that in a video in a couple days. So we'll go ahead and start jumping into what I'm going to be doing in NBA 2K16 for my rosters and draft classes. So starting things off, number one, the first thing that will be coming out is my 2016 draft class. That is obvious. That's the first thing we need. That's what you need. You can get that thing. You can start up your My Gym. You can start up your My League, and you'll have all of the 2016 prospects. That's going to get a ton of work this year. I'm really aiming to try to make it, you know, the best that it can possibly be. In 2K15, I thought my 2015 class was really good. I was really proud of it, but I was new. So when I started things off, I didn't really know I was going to even make draft classes. And then when I started making my draft class, I had to learn a lot of different things, and a lot of things didn't go quite as efficiently as possible. Like, I started off, the tendencies were all out of whack. I didn't pay attention to those very much. So, you know, like I had guys that were point guards that started off as a center template, so they had like center tendencies, and I had to go back and change all that stuff. I had to change around ages, I had to change around signatures, badge counts, all this different stuff, and it wasn't very efficient, but I've learned so much over the last year, and 2K16, I'm way more prepared. And basically how I'm preparing, a lot of people have been asking me, you know, how have you been preparing? Because I always talk about on Twitter how I'm getting ready for 2K16, I have some big plans in store, and I'm going to talk about how I have been preparing. So what you're seeing on screen right now is just a few images of the spreadsheet that I have been working on for a while now. I started working on this, I think, in July. So late July or early August. Like, it's been a while since I started working on this spreadsheet, and I will tell you straight up, this is going to help a ton with the efficiency of making these guys. It should cut down a lot of the time and make everything a lot better. So basically what I have on this spreadsheet is for every single player. I'm doing a ton of players. I have info on like hundreds of players, and I'll have all that info in case I create them. I'll also have a priority list. So like right now at the start of 2K16, my priority list is going to be the guys that are on the 2016 mock draft for Draft Express. I did want to go by the top 100 prospects, but they don't have that out by now. But either way, there will be a lot of overlap. So I'll have a priority list down, and then basically all I have to do is go to my priority list, click the link and it shoots me straight over to that player's, info column on the Excel spreadsheet. And I have loads of information on those players. I have tons of different websites so I can make sure that I have all the information I need on them. I have tons of links to different types of pictures. So I have front-facing pictures, profile view pictures, full body view pictures. I have links to websites that have just galleries of pictures of them. I have highlight videos linked. I have interviews linked. I have additional notes down at the bottom that have, obscure things about them. Like if I see that a guy had a knee injury in high school, I can put that down in the notes and his durability will go down a little bit. All this crazy stuff, I'm telling you, it is crazy detailed, and my draft class will be as realistic as it has ever been. I also had a ton more info, but thanks to Curtis Lee, let me see what it is, Curtis Lee 317 on Twitter. I'll put his @ on the screen. Huge shout out to him. He actually got the game early and gave me a ton of information on how Creative Player is going to work this year. And basically what that did is it is going to save me tons of time building the spreadsheet as well as making the draft class. I really don't want to go into too much detail about what is going on in Creative Player and what I know about the game, because I'm not 100% sure about how the embargo works as far as sharing this stuff on YouTube. I know on Twitter you can talk about it and stuff, but I just don't want to take any chances here on my channel. So if you guys do want to know about a lot of the leaked stuff, make sure to go follow me on Twitter as well as follow him on Twitter. He's been giving me a ton of info and I really appreciate him a lot. I can't even express how much time he has saved me just by giving me a little bit of info about the Creative Player, which overall I am pretty disappointed in. I'll make a video about that post release, but we'll go ahead and move on. So basically, as I was saying, I just have this spreadsheet with tons of information about all the players, and they will be as realistic as possible. So as far as a release date for this draft class, I'm aiming to get it out by opening night of the NBA season, which is October 27th. Now, knowing now what I know about the Creative Player, it could actually be sooner, because I think there's going to be a lot of overlap between the two systems from 2K15 to 2K16. Also in my spreadsheet, I have little videos linked within the player's profile columns. So like if I create them in 2K16, I have links to a ton of information and a ton of little videos that I made of how to create their faces, what type of badges they had, what type of signatures they had, and stuff like that. That should really help me out a lot and make the process go a lot faster. So I could get it out before NBA opening night, but I really don't know about that. But I'm feeling really optimistic about making sure that it will be out by October 27th. So that's it for my 2016 class. That's all I really know of right now, but it should be really awesome. As far as the other things that I'll be doing, I will be doing a 2017 draft class as well. I don't know when that'll be coming out. I'm going to make sure I finish the 2016 class 100%. Or not really 100%, because things get updated all throughout the off season, or all throughout the regular season, constantly. But once I get 60 to 70 players in the 2016 class, which should be how many I have by NBA opening night, then I'll start working on my 2017 class. And the 2017 class, again, I don't have a release date for it, but I should have a lot of experience with the system, and I also have tons of information on the 2017 guys within my spreadsheet as well. So again, the process is going to be really smooth. I think I'm very well prepared to get it going this year, and I'm really happy about that. It should just make everything a lot easier, which I'm super pumped about. So the 2017 class will be coming as well this year. I also have a few more things in mind that I can't really talk about right now because I want to keep it a surprise, but I will be talking about that at some point in the future. Also, depending on how the roster system works with taking creative players and moving them into rosters and stuff, I will be having an off-season roster this summer as well. And I'm not going to keep that a secret this time because obviously, last year things really did go well. They went to plan. There were a few little hiccups just from inexperience, but I remember making this video talking about my first release of my draft class last year, my 2015 class, which was like the end of October last year in 2014. And I remember in that video I said I've got a big surprise coming next summer, and that was my off-season roster. Obviously that worked out almost perfectly. So I'm aiming to do the same thing this year. I'll have to see on what type of improvements there will be, but again, everything this year is just going to be amped up and more perfected than it was in 2K15. So I hope you guys are excited for that as well. So I think that's pretty much all I need to discuss about my plans for my draft classes and rosters for NBA 2K16. I can't even explain how pumped I am for the game to only be a couple days away, and just to try to get this thing started. Right after I get the game at midnight, I'll start working on my draft classes, and hopefully they will be as good as ever. I know they will be, and I'm just really excited to get started. 2K16 looks like it's going to be one of the best games ever, not even just a sports game. I mean, it's on a completely different level, and I'm just super pumped for it. So again, make sure to watch out for a couple videos coming in the next couple days before 2K16 drops. I'll have a video discussing my plans as far as the type of videos I'll be posting and asking you guys for some feedback, and then I'll also have that video looking back on the year, talking about 2K15, kind of what the game was like, what I liked about the game, what I didn't like about the game, and just reflecting on the past year. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye out for that over the next couple days. Again, also make sure to follow me on Twitter for all this leaked information. It's going like crazy, so much awesome stuff. Make sure to go follow me on there. Link will be down below in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.